Well, welcome back to LEC TV. Brian Sieman, a rare treat with Jamal Crawford. And Jamal, we spoke last year during the summer, right after Doc was hired, and I sensed, you tell me if I'm wrong, I sensed that you were a little concerned about your role for this year. Were you concerned about your role? What was going through your mind when you saw all those new additions here and Doc Rivers?
Yeah, a little bit, because last year, the previous year was my first year here, so getting acclimated to new teammates and new coaches, and then having all that change, I just didn't see exactly, if my role would be the same as it was my first year at the Clippers, or would it evolve, or, a little bit of both. So didn't know what to expect exactly, but then talked to Doc, and he said, no, your role will be the exact same. I don't want you to hesitate. I want you to make you a better all-around player. I think he's done a really good job of that.
To talk to me about the all-around skill set. We know you can score.
Yeah.
We know you can dribble. We know you can play in the clutch. I've noticed you being a playmaker more. And how about the defense, which is obviously what will keep you on the floor with Doc Rivers?
Especially defense. It's weird because at no point in my career have I ever been upset if I've gotten scored on or made a defensive mistake, but Doc, T. Lou, his staff has done an excellent job with me. Watching film, O'Connor, they've helped me so much. And, I just want to be a better all-around player. Like you said, I've always been known as a scorer, but now being a better all-around player, I think is more important to me than anything.
You've said something to me early on in the season that you felt like you're just beginning to kind of reach your potential, that you still have years to go and you're still better and you're playing your best basketball right now. How so?
Like I said, I think Coach Rivers and his staff have done an excellent job. If you look at Blake, he's having a career year. You look at Chris, he's always right there in the MVP conversation. DJ's been unbelievable all year. JJ was having a career year, and myself as well, Matt Barnes. So I think all that credit really goes to Doc and the staff putting us in position. We're all buying into the team, and we all understand that winning is more important than anything.
You mentioned career year. You're going to be considered for Sixth Man of the Year. You've won that award before. You've been in consideration for it before, but have you been in consideration with a team like this that has true championship aspirations? Just describe the feeling that you have with the role that you have on a team that can truly win it all.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I honestly couldn't ask for a better role. To be on a team like this with a coach like this, two legit super-duper stars in Blake and Chris and DJ, who I thought should have been an all-star and hopefully wins Defensive Player of the Year. All those guys on one team and the pieces that we have around it, I couldn't ask for a better situation, knowing that we really have a legit shot at winning the championship. We feel like the sky's the limit for us, and me playing a vital part in that.
You mentioned Blake. His play is much different than it was a year ago. We knew that he was a superstar last year. He's gone into that elite category. What have you seen that's different? Really, starting in January when Chris went down, I think there was a lot of concern about where this team would go. Blake put the team on his shoulders. What did you see out of Blake?
His leadership. He was a lot more vocal. He brought it every night. He led by example. One example I remember, we were in Detroit and we played on Martin Luther King Day. He had 25 points. We won the game. We flew into Charlotte. As soon as we get there, I'm going to the weight room just to get some corrective stuff done. He's in there doing a full workout already, and they had to remind me, like, did we play today? Like, this guy, he's amazing. And just seeing his growth, I think now he's getting a chance to show the world how good he is. We see it every day in practice. You see it every day. But he's getting a chance to show the world, and he's just on the start of where he can go.
There's a lot of people that think, and rightfully so, that he's going to be a first-team All-NBA guy. You play with Chris, who's another first-team All-NBA guy. Just give me the feeling of luxury that you get when you play with two superstars like that.
Yeah, we're blessed to have those two on one team. A lot of teams have one guy, or one guy that's in their prime and one guy in this past. That we have two guys that are right there leading us, and then the pieces around that I think make those guys' job a little bit easier, at least we hope to, and I think that with all of us being on the same page, the sky's the limit for us.
Last topic will be DeAndre Jordan, another guy that has just had exponential growth. Take me to your thoughts and your belief at DeAndre last May. You guys have just lost in the playoffs. DeAndre, we know the potential that he had, but it seemed like he just was really frustrated. What did you see out of DeAndre in May to what you see now here in March?
Yeah, he's so passionate. He's always so passionate, but sometimes, before in the past, you wonder if that passion was always in a positive direction. Now, ever since the summer, it's always been positive. He's been a great leader. He's called everybody. He's rallied the team around. He lets us know he has our back on defense. He's our defensive anchor. Our defense gets a lot of credit and hype, but he's the guy that's covering everybody's mistakes. He's the guy that's making sure people are in the right space. He's always talking. He's always communicating. He always has our backs, and it feels good to have a big fella back there like that. To see his growth, to know he's only 25, 26 years old. He's not even in his prime yet. So if he's this good right now and is taking the leap forward that he has this year, he's a scary future for him.
We see the numbers, we see what the defense has done, but from a maturity standpoint, to me, he seems like a much different person.
Oh,
Is
no
that a fair
question.
assessment
No
in the locker room?
question about it. No question. He's grown into a leader. You know, I think Chris and Blake get a lot of hype, and they should, rightfully so. But DJ's right there with him as far as leadership in terms of what he brings to the team and how important he is to our success.
We're happy to get you back out on the court. The playoffs are within reach right now.
Yeah.
Can you describe the feeling that you have, knowing the playoffs are right there, with you trying to work yourself back into the flow?
Just it's crazy excited. It's weird. My son JJ said, "Daddy, do you still play basketball? Like, are you gonna play again? Why don't you play anymore?" And I'm like, "Okay, it's time to get back out there." So I put in some hard work yesterday. A really good workout. It's my first practice in 3 weeks. It almost feels like the first day of school. I don't remember taking 3 weeks off in a long time to play basketball. I think it was because of injury, never just because I wanted to. So I'm excited to get back out there.
Well, we're excited to see
All
you.
right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.